This is the beginning of the end. This is the last stop for my Spanish Ibex slam. I've got the Southeastern and the Ronda, the Gredos a couple days ago. Now here I am in the Besede area of Spain. Kind of bittersweet because this is the most beautiful spot I've ever seen. My belly is full of ham and coffee. Welcome to Spain.
No matter who you are, no matter what you want your life to be, you're gonna be a star.
Willie Nelson.
Rolling like a VIP. Yeah, you're living like a rock star, baby.
Cut.
You're living like a rock star, baby. You're living like a rock star, baby.
Previously on Nick's Wild Ride,
Oh yeah, I see him.
I returned to Spain to hunt with my good buddy Antonio Terrell from Eber Hunting, and I've come all this way to finish my Spanish Ibex slam. Last week I was hunting in the Gredos Mountains for the Gredos Ibex, and after a hard day of hiking, I found success in a big way. I was reminded just how much Spaniards love sausage and ham, and I learned that my guide Javier is a very interesting dude.
You are my new best friend. You make the wine, you make the sausages, and you're a hunter.
Now it's off to Besede to chase after the Besede Ibex, and this is the rest of my adventure. My goal whenever I travel to a new place in this crazy world we live in is to discover what makes it tick, to find something special or of some sort of cultural significance. And in the tiny village of Segorbe, Spain, I found something special. I met this guy. Though I never got his name and he didn't speak much English, we connected over what he had in the back of his truck. Olives, lots of them, that he grew and picked himself. He's dropping them off to have them made into olive oil. And as you can imagine, I am definitely interested in how that works. And I wasted no time diving in to help. This is Jose. Jose is the local park ranger and also will be my guide on this hunt. As it turns out, his family has operated this mom and pop olive oil processing plant for generations, and he's graciously offered to show me the ropes. This is the only pair of gloves I've ever put on that already have olive oil inside of them. Spain is the biggest producer of olive oil in the world. It produces around 44% of the world's olive oil each year. It might seem unbelievable, but the number of olive trees in Spain is roughly the same as the total population of the entire United States of America. No, this is not what it looks like. It's not baby food, and it's not poop. Instead, it's lots and lots of mashed up olives. I'm getting to the point where I realize that I'm just in these guys' way. I mean, they do this every day and they go so fast, and nobody wants an American idiot just like, I mean, if I came to your office and screwed your job up, would you like that? No. The olives are first poured into a trap on the street, where they fall into this machine, where they're literally ground and mashed up, pits and all. Ground up olives. Then, when you pull this chain, it sucks out the mashed olives and they're spread across these woven mats. It's warm and goopy, kind of disgusting. They repeat this process dozens of times, stacking one mat on top of another. And because of the weight, the olive oil already begins to separate from the mash. Now that tastes like olive oil. It's good. The Phoenician tribes of what is modern-day Syria are said to have introduced the olive tree to Spain around 1050 BC, meaning that Spain and olives have a connection that is over 3,000 years old. But it was the Romans who began the spread of olive groves throughout the Iberian Peninsula. And later it was the Moors, who were Muslim inhabitants of Spain during the Middle Ages, that introduced more advanced cultivation and production techniques. The family operation that I'm witnessing today carries forward those traditions with techniques that have been around a long time. They're almost done stacking this up. They've got one more left before they take it to the press. And as I've watched them do this, it occurs to me that this is the same way they've been doing this for hundreds, if not thousands of years. We might be in a place with lights and a modern hydraulic press, but it's no different than it was when their ancestors were doing it. Pretty cool. The last step is to move this stack of mush across the slippery, oily floor to the press, where the smashing begins and the oil starts to flow. Then it's cycled through this centrifuge machine, and voila. So you use fresh hot water, and then olive oil here, and the other stuff goes into there.
Okay.
Right? See? Cool. And then what comes out here is pure
It's pure olive.
pure olive oil. May I?
Yeah.
That's really good. That's really good. The Besedi Mountains are on the east coast of Spain. They lie halfway between the cities of Barcelona and Valencia, and this is the only region in the world where you can hunt the Besedi Ibex. The Besedi Mountains are a low-lying mountain range with dense vegetation, and the Ibex, which bears its name, is the largest of the 4 Ibex species in Spain in both body weight and horn size. While the hunting season for them goes between November and May, the best time is obviously to hunt during the rut, which is in November and December. It's December 15th, and today we begin hunting for the last Ibex in my Spanish Ibex Grand Slam.
You see this stone wall in front of us?
Yeah.
Just over.
This is the first 5 minutes of our first day at Besedi. We've already got 3 or 4 males, 3 or 4 females, and 2 males here.
Yeah. All guys.
All guys.
All joking aside, what I'm about to do is nothing short of a dream come true. There is nothing like experiencing a place for the first time, and to be doing it with a legendary Ibex guide is amazing. And then to start seeing Ibex in the first 5 minutes, man, I got a feeling this is gonna be a good day. But first, like all good mountain hunts, it's time to start hiking. Then, in the middle of nowhere, we walk up on something that blows my mind. Antonio just told me that this is an old mill, hundreds and hundreds of years old. They use the water from the creek to turn a grinding wheel, I guess. It's crazy to me because we are so far from anywhere here. We're deep, deep, deep in the mountains. Yet people lived out here, shepherds. And they had to create stuff on their own because there's over hundreds of miles from the nearest city. I'm glad it wasn't me. Man has lived and survived in some of the roughest and toughest places in the world. They learned to adjust with what they had, and the lessons that they learned year after year made them survivors. Life was usually far from easy, but they adapted in their search for the 3 things they needed to live: water, shelter, and food. Food, of course, was sometimes hard to come by, and in the toughest and roughest of areas, it usually came down to hunting and fishing. Animals not only gave them meat to eat, but also tools, shelter, and clothing. Nowadays, modern hunters are still connected to our ancestors by the pride that we feel from eating what we kill and feeling the same excitement that they did from the thrill of the hunt. We spotted a giant ibex like half a mile away, just that way, so we're packing up, we're going. After literally running up this mountain, we make it into shooting range of a giant Besedi Ibex. The last Ibex needed to fulfill my Spanish Ibex Slam. I get set up, and I get into a comfortable position to shoot, but there's one small problem.
Yeah, I know. I can't shoot because of the tree. I mean, no, there's no reason for us to move right now. He's fine, right?
One thing that I've learned over my years of hunting all over the place is that rushing somewhere will never get you anywhere. To quote the great Guns N' Roses, all we need is just a little patience, which I don't know how to say in Spanish, but I'm pretty sure that these guys know what I mean.
Into your arms I run.
After all, it's the rut, and this monarch has tons of ladies around. He's not going anywhere.
This killing game of one.
It's just a matter of time until one of those girls lead him to a spot that I have a clear shot.
All I need is to breathe. No time to sleep. It's over now. Oh, it's colder now.
And that, my friends, is what you call a swing and a miss. Miss is a 4-letter word, but it's not the 4-letter word that I'm thinking right now.